Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about those tiny twinkling points of light? A simple question often comes to mind on a clear night. How many stars can I actually see? The answer is not a single number, it is a story about light, about distance, and about our own eyes. The number of stars you can count depends on many things. It changes depending on where you are standing on our planet, what time of night it is, and even how good your eyesight is. The universe is vast, filled with more stars than grains of sand on all the beaches of Earth, but our view is limited. The journey to understanding this question begins with our own biology. Our eyes are wonderful instruments capable of detecting faint light from incredibly far away. However, they have their limits. Some people have sharper vision than others, allowing them to see fainter stars that others might miss. Think of it like a camera. Some cameras are more sensitive to light than others. Our eyes work in a similar way. The pupil, the dark center of your eye, opens wider in the dark to let in more light, helping you see better when the sun goes down. This adaptation is key to our ability to stargaze and connect with the cosmos above. Then there is the matter of brightness. Stars are not all the same. Some are cosmic giants burning with incredible fury and shining brightly across immense distances. Others are smaller, dimmer, and their light is much harder to see. Scientists use a scale called magnitude to measure a star's brightness from our perspective on Earth. The brightest stars have a low magnitude number, and the faintest stars we can see with our eyes have a higher number. This system helps astronomers and us make sense of the glittering tapestry spread across the night. It is a celestial roadmap of bright beacons and faint whispers. So the stage is set. We have our eyes ready to receive the light. We have the stars, sending their ancient photons across the void. And we have the darkness of night, the canvas upon which this cosmic picture is painted. But there's another character in this story, a modern one that dramatically changes the answer to our question. This character is the light we create ourselves, the glow of our civilization. This artificial light has a profound effect on what we can and cannot see when we look up. It is a veil that separates us from the grander universe. Imagine you are standing in the heart of a big, bustling city. You look up, past the tall buildings and the streetlights. What do you see? You might spot the moon, perhaps a bright planet like Venus or Jupiter, and a handful of the very brightest stars. From the center of a large city, you might only be able to count a dozen or so stars. It is a lonely sight, a pale imitation of the true night sky. The sky itself isn't empty. The stars are still there, shining just as they always have. But their faint light is being drowned out. The culprit is something we call light pollution. This is the extra unwanted light from our street lamps, our buildings, our cars, and our homes. This light doesn't just shine down on the ground where we need it. A lot of it shines upwards, into the atmosphere. The tiny particles in the air scatter this light in all directions, creating a bright hazy glow over our cities. This orange or white haze acts like a curtain, blocking the delicate light from distant stars. It is like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a loud rock concert. The faint signal is simply lost in the noise. This phenomenon is a relatively new problem in human history. For most of our time on Earth, our ancestors lived under a canopy of brilliant stars. The night sky was their calendar, their map, and their book of stories. Today, most of us live in urban or suburban areas where the Milky Way, our own galaxy, is completely invisible. We have traded the cosmic view for the convenience of 24-hour light. This loss is more than just aesthetic. It's a disconnection from a fundamental part of nature and our place within the universe. We have forgotten what a truly dark sky looks like. Even as you move away from the city center to the suburbs, the view only improves slightly. The number of visible stars might increase from a dozen to a few hundred. This is better, but it is still just a fraction of what is truly available to see. During what astronomers call astronomical twilight, when the sun is far below the horizon, a few hundred stars might become visible from a suburban backyard. But the persistent glow from nearby towns and cities still washes out the fainter members of our stellar neighborhood, leaving the sky less crowded and less magical than it should be. To truly see the stars, you must escape the city. You need to travel to a place far from the glow of civilization, a place where the night is allowed to be truly dark. Think of a remote national park, a desert, or the middle of the ocean. In these dark sky locations, the transformation is breathtaking. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, a process that can take up to 30 minutes, the sky begins to reveal its secrets. One by one, Then hundreds by hundreds, the stars emerge from the blackness. The sky is no longer empty space with a few dots. It becomes a rich, crowded, and dazzling spectacle. In a very dark, rural place, a person with average eyesight can see stars as faint as magnitude plus 5.5. Across the entire sky there are about 2,800 stars that are this bright or brighter. Since you can only see half of the sky at any one time, that leaves about 1,400 stars above the horizon. However, the atmosphere itself makes it hard to see stars near the horizon. Their light has to travel through more air, which makes them appear dimmer. So, on a perfect night in a perfect location, you can realistically expect to see just under 1,000 stars with your own eyes. For those with exceptionally good vision, the view gets even better. From the best observing sites on Earth, like the high deserts of Chile or remote mountaintops, people can see stars down to magnitude plus 6.5. This small change in magnitude makes a huge difference. The official list of all stars visible to the naked eye under these pristine conditions, the Yale Bright Star Catalog, contains 9,110 stars. Imagine that. Lying back and looking up at a sky filled with over 4,000 points of light, a river of stars from our own Milky Way galaxy, stretching from one horizon to the other, this is the sky our ancestors knew. It is a sky that inspires awe and wonder. Seeing so many stars at once gives you a true sense of scale, a feeling of connection to the vast universe around us. It is a humbling experience, reminding us that our brightly lit world is just a small, fragile island in a great cosmic ocean of darkness and light. Finding these dark places is becoming harder, but they are precious windows to the cosmos, offering a view that connects us to the universe and to our own past. It is a sight worth seeking out. When you gaze upon a star, you are not just seeing a point of light, you are looking back in time. The light from these stars has traveled for years, centuries, or even millennia to reach your eyes. The light from the closest star system, Alpha Centauri, takes over 4 years to get here. For many of the stars you see, the light began its journey before you were born. Some stars are so incredibly old that they have been shining for almost the entire age of the universe, which is about 13.8 billion years. You are seeing ancient history with your own eyes. These ancient suns are the factories of the cosmos. Inside their fiery cores, they fuse simple elements like hydrogen and helium into the heavier elements that make up our world. The carbon in your body, the oxygen you breathe, the iron in your blood, all of it was forged inside a star that lived and died long ago. We are, in a very real sense, made of stardust. This connection is not just poetic, it is a scientific fact. When we look at the stars, we are looking at our own cosmic origins, the stellar furnaces that created the building blocks of life on our planet. This is why looking at the night sky can be such a special and profound experience. It does more than just show us how many stars are there. It connects us to the immensity of space and the deep river of time. It sparks our curiosity and makes us ask big questions about our place in the universe. Are we alone? What else is out there? Stargazing invites us to be explorers from our own backyards, to use our imagination and our intellect to journey across the cosmos. It is a fundamental human experience that has driven science, art, and philosophy for thousands of years. So, the next time you are under a clear night sky, take a moment. Look up. It doesn't matter if you can see a dozen stars or 1,000. Each one is a distant sun, a reminder of the vast and beautiful universe we are a part of. Each twinkle is a photon that has traveled across space and time to end its journey in your eye. In our busy modern world, it is easy to forget to look up, but when we do, we find a sense of wonder, a feeling of connection, and a timeless perspective that is truly special.